Well, we're back at it again. Finally get caught up with a bunch of things. Shop is empty. Sleds are all put away. Yeah, got everything else all caught up. So I'm back on the door here for the truck. And done some more tack welding across here. You can see I got a low spot right here I've been working on. But I'm not done yet with my welding. So when I get that all completed, and then we're going to work on this, doing a little bit of shrinking in the middle there and see if I can pop that up. It's oil cannon right there. But bent the edges all down, but I had to cut this side because of the, there was so much of an overlap. So I just cut the lip off that they had already bent down, and then I bent the rest of it under, and that was a little bit more trickier than I thought. But I put a piece of rod on there. It's not done by any means. I've still got to taper this end off a little bit more, smooth that out, and this end here to blend it in a little bit, just about where that red mark is at. And the same thing up here, I got a mark. So, but it's pretty straight. And of course we'll take care of the rest of that with good old Bondo, making it all smooth. But I just worked the some of the welds with the dolly and hammer. Got it pretty flat. Like I said, there's just that one spot there it's dipping, and but it's going way better than that other door did. You know, definitely this is the way to go. Weld this first, started like in the middle, and I just kept going out, and then I just brought it all the way across and tacked it, you know, just sporadically, just to get it all set. And then what I did before I even bent the edges down is I put the hinges back on, and I set it on the truck just to see if this edge was going to be right with my quarter, you know, down here. And it was really good. It was really good. And I mean, it isn't, I don't think perfect, but it'll do. But you can see this edge here lined up really nice. All I had to do was bend the tab over. And of course, this is going to have to be worked a little bit more. It's definitely doing this, but we'll play with it with the hammer and dolly a little bit, and then schmooze it with some body filler. But yeah, this side here was the toughest because I had to actually cut the lip of it off. And actually, the only lip that I really cut off, I think, was on this, you know, this piece up here. Because this side, I was good enough that I could line it up. And I'll show you what kind of lip I've got. I'll see if I can do this one-handed here. So you can see this is the factory, or from the way I got it. All right. Now you can see where I cut. And yeah, some of the lip is a little bit skinnier in spots than others. And but it'll do. Like I said, we're going to fix her up a little bit. I'll throw some more welds in up behind this rod here too on the inside to kind of cover that up. Do some grinding and get her looking good. I goofed up here on, this is the stock. From here on up, it's all the original. So this slot for the hinge was okay. Well, I had to cut this one, and of course, I cut it too big. You can see the gap. You can kind of see that gap is way bigger than that one. But it's not way bigger. I mean, it's 1/8 of an inch. So I saved the piece I cut out of there. So what we're going to do is I'll just cut a little edge off of this, and we'll weld that back in there. Good as new. But that's where we're at. like I said, I just been plinking around a little bit with it, you know, and it's gone a whole lot better. I do have kind of a dip, low spot right in here. Yeah, and I don't know. I mean, there's no oil can, but it's just, I think it's the frame underneath it or whatever. I mean, I'm pushing down on it. I'm not getting any oil can action here. But up here, you definitely get it. Well, I mean, if you push on the back side, you can get it. There you go. So I don't know. I've seen guys taking, when it's dipped and they heat this up red hot and then put water on it right away and it shrinks it and so it'll draw it up. I don't know if that's, do it there or you do it over here. I don't know. You guys will have to let me know. But it's way better than the other door, so I'm not going to have near as much body work. But yeah, I bought a new chain sharpener for my chainsaw. This is a Oregon chainsaw chain sharpener. I don't have the cover on here right yet. It's right there. But yeah, I used that last night. I got the this is the wheel for the rakers. But I sharpened up a, oh, what do I got? It's 18-inch Craftsman pulling saw, and knocked the rakers down a little bit on it and took it out today, and whoa, it's like, hang on, boy. You knock those rakers down and it really bites. That's what determines the depth of your bite on your chain. So, but anyway, that's what we've been doing. Had the bike out and rode it a little bit. I got to do some work on the carburetor on it. Four-wheeler's doing pretty good. Had to rebuild my log splitter. I had some leaks in it. But that's what's going on here at the Snow King garage. Yeah, took the truck out around the block probably a month ago. And got it exercised. So, but I start it up every once in a while just to hear it run. Oh, I just got to get this thing, make some progress this summer on it. So get these doors done, and then we're going to start working on the bottom of this cab here in the corners. Get those all in place. And there's a place that does, what do you call it, media blasting, and it's dustless or something of that effect. But after I get the body work done on this, just the sheet metal done on it, and then I want to take it off the frame, and then this guy will come right out to my place here and blast the whole cab. So if I can get the whole cab blasted, then I can really get at it, you know, and get it, I'll work it, you know. So, but we'll see what happens here. Got a lot of ideas, and then nothing ever happens. So, all right, I'm just rambling. Thanks for watching, and I'll bring you back when I got some more. Well, this is just an update. I don't really film a whole lot of my work because I really don't know what I'm doing. So I just go ahead and do it. All right. So you can see my welding. I got this all pretty well sealed up. I put a light down underneath it to turn the lights off, overhead lights, to see if any pinholes, and I filled them all in. But I had some warpage up here, and over here I had a lot of tin canning, and you can see I've been doing a lot of hammer and doweling, and then the little spots are all from the torch to shrink it and bring it up. It's pretty rough, but I have no tin canning at this point, so that's what I wanted. I've been pushing on everything, and you know, it feels pretty solid, real solid. So these spots pull it in, and so it makes it, shrinks it and makes that metal tighter. And then you hammer and dolly behind it, and then I put a wet rag on each one of those spots. But so I think I'm just going to let it go. It's not very smooth, but as soon as I start hammering and doweling it, then I get the oil can back again, not the tin can, it's oil can. So, but yeah, you can see a lot of, I don't know, you probably can't see it on the camera, but yeah, there's a lot of dips. You can kind of see it in the light, especially like right down in here. Yeah, there's a dip right here, but I've tried to work that out, and then as soon as I do, then the oil can comes back, you know, and I get a high spot here. So I may try to work some of that down smooth. I don't know. It's just frustrating. I mean, you can see how many times I did this. It's like jeepers creepers. You get one spot, and then you hammer around it and do, you know, I do heat the spot up, and then I tap all the way around it and keep going in and hit there last, and then I put the wet rag on it, and sometimes it helps it, sometimes it don't. So like I said, I'm all new to this game, so we're just going to leave her go with that and start doing a little sanding on this. It's not, there's like a dip right here, and there's a dip right here. Yeah, but I mean overall it's decent. Yeah, I think a guy can fill that with body filler and get away with it. But anyways, at least I got this seam done, and I didn't get a whole lot of warpage on that. I really didn't. It was just the metal. The sheet metal itself, and I guess that's probably what most guys run into. But I didn't get, you know, the seam to do a lot of this, because yeah, I would tack it, and then I had an air hose, and I just and I do 2 or 3 tacks and hit it with that, and so kept it cool, which it didn't work too bad. So there's a little bit, but I mean, again, body filler will cover a lot of that garbage. It's a whole lot better than the other door, I'll tell you that. So anyway, that's where we're at with the old truck, and I'll bring you back when I got more. Well, this is at the end of the day. I'm not too proud of what I did, but all the oil canning is gone, and yeah, there's a little bit of schmooze, but I mean it's not solid, but it's not oil canning. So it's pretty rough looking though. You can see all the stinking dents in it. Jeez, Pete, someone beat it up with a ball peen hammer. But that's what happens when you don't know what you're doing, I guess. So I guess I was expanding it and then shrinking it and expanding it by hitting it, working it, you know, and I don't know. Like I said, this is not my forte. But we will schmooze it with some body filler and hopefully fill in most of those little dents. But went over it with my DA and kind of roughed it all up, cleaned up everything. There's a few other little things I got to do. I got some pitting up in here. I want to get, I have a sandblaster portable unit that I'm going to get out. And anyway, we will take care of some of those pits before we start putting any Bondo and stuff. But I got the edge here pretty good. I cleaned it all up and I put a rod in there, and yeah, you can kind of see it. It's pretty straight, so that I'm pretty happy with. And this turned out not too bad. It's just too bad. I don't know. Maybe I again bent the edges over too soon. I don't know. But I had this all welded in place before I bent the edges over. So I don't know. Don't know what the deal was, but it just did not work like it should have. It's pretty ripply. You can see it. Looks like garbage. But it's ready for schmoozing. A little dent right there. You can kind of see it right there in the corner of the door. Have to get that taken care of with some Bondo, but I did tap out the edges a little bit to kind of smooth them out a bit. It helped. It's still going to need a light coat, and but anyway, I'll bring you back when we got more.